Welcome to the Lifestyle First podcast, discussing lifestyle medicine and making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 question, 2 research reviews, and 3 actionable health tips, all centered around the Lifestyle First method, your blueprint for the 10 key routes of optimal health and happiness. And now your host, lifestyle medicine physician and coach, Dr. Alka Patel.
Hello and welcome to Series 4, Episode 9. The theme in the Lifestyle First method we're exploring today is E, emotions. And today I want to talk about conflict and compassion. And the one question I'm asking today is, how do we go from conflict to compassion? The 2 pieces of information I'll be referring to are the Thomas-Kilmann conflict mode instrument and the book Act with Love by Russ Harris. So conflict. We are surrounded by it, aren't we? Disagreement, disharmony, opposing points of views, which we know then triggers a whole host of emotions: anger, sadness, guilt, confusion. And the reason for conflict all around us is because humanity is based on individual belief systems tied in with our unique experiences of the world. And we hold our belief systems very tightly. So what are you like when it comes to managing conflict? Well, Thomas and Ralph Kilmann, the pioneers of conflict, they developed the TK instrument, the Thomas-Kilmann conflict mode instrument, which identifies your usual default conflict handling style. Are you a competing shark, avoiding turtle, accommodating bear, compromising fox, or collaborating owl? When you're trying to deal with a conflict, you basically zone in on 2 of your skills: how assertive you are and how cooperative you are. Assertiveness is standing up for your own beliefs. Cooperation is enabling the other person to stand up for their own beliefs. And if you plot your assertiveness against your cooperation, you get a measure of the value of your relationships. So imagine the scenario. We've all been there. An argument with your partner. The stress response is fully loaded. The emotions are high. Your heart's racing. Your voice is rising. The competing shark is saying, I know I'm right. It's you or me, and I'm winning this one. The avoiding turtle says, I'm not getting into this. I'm just walking away. This is just not worth it. The accommodating bear says, this tension's too much for me. I'll just do whatever you want. I give in. The compromising fox says, I'll give up some of what I want, only if you give up some of what you want. And the collaborating owl says, let's just look at this another way and find a solution for both of us. Do you recognize yourself in any of these? We tend to feel wronged by those who don't see our values or our value, don't we? And we point the blame outwardly, which is why we conflict with our work colleagues, our neighbours, our partners, children, parents, even the person who jumped the line in front of you. Workplace conflict can be very draining and damaging because in the workplace environment in particular, no one wants to admit error. Attributing blame to others is the usual knee-jerk reflex, which then escalates conflict even more. Emotions run higher, stress escalates, physical health deteriorates, absenteeism increases. So how do you move away from conflict? It's no fun way to live. It's exhausting, sucks the joy of life right out. Well, try moving from conflict to compassion. The word compassion comes from 2 Latin words, com, which means together, and pati, which means to suffer. Compassion translated means suffering together. But it's more than that. It's noticing the suffering of another with kindness and care and a genuine desire to help or support to alleviate the suffering. Now, compassion under extreme circumstances is natural. Starving children, survivors of horrific attacks or illness or injury, we feel the pain and we want to help. But day-to-day compassion can feel harder because we're connected to our beliefs and values and we'll do whatever it takes for self-preservation. But conflict hurts and it hurts you. And that's why compassion for yourself is just as important as compassion for others. Before you can move from conflict to compassion, you have to move to self-compassion. So here are the 3 key elements of self-compassion: awareness, acceptance, affection. The 3 A's. Awareness is simply being aware of your thoughts and feelings, just allowing yourself to notice what's showing up when you're in a difficult situation or conversation. Acceptance is giving yourself permission to experience all emotion and to realize that suffering is part of being human. We all suffer at one time or another to differing degrees. We all face loss, rejection, disappointment. Affection is extending yourself warmth and kindness. The more you can accept your own humanity with its range of emotions, the more you make space for treating yourself with affection and kindness. And to move from conflict to compassion, let go of I'm right and you're wrong. Open up and give room for painful, difficult feelings. Connect with your values. How do you want to show up in the face of conflict or hostility? And when you're in the throes of that difficult conversation, extend compassion to your partner or friend or colleague. Acknowledge that if you're finding conflict difficult, he or she must be too. Put on the other shoe. See a different perspective. Understand to be understood. And every problem in life brings an opportunity to grow. We might not want conflicts or painful issues, but they will arrive. So we might as well derive something useful out of them. It was Winston Churchill who said, "A pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty." What did you learn from your difficulty? And without compassion, we're blind to each other's pain. We judge, we reject, we hurt, and we lose touch with humanity. So start with self-compassion. Let go of your attachment to being right and let your mind and heart open up.
And now, here is your Lifestyle First prescription. Your 3 activating actions to take you from knowing to doing.
Being compassionate when you feel angry at a time of conflict can, of course, be hard. So to move from conflict to compassion, start with simple practices. Number 1, grow acceptance. Allow yourself to be human. Validate difficulty and pain as a normal part of being human. Notice pain without avoiding it. Number 2, grow friendship. If you're going through a rough patch, what sort of friend would you like by your side? A friend that says, "Stop whinging, there are people worse off than you, so stop moaning." Or would you like a friend that says, "That's really rough, but I'm here with you every step"? Be that friend that you want by your side. Grow friendship with yourself first and treat yourself kindly like a caring friend would. And number 3, grow compassion. When you next find yourself in conflict, annoyed, or in an argument with someone, let go of your perspective and instead feel the other person's emotions. Get curious. Ask yourself the question, I wonder how he or she is feeling. And if there's one thing you can do in the workplace, it's to create compassionate connections with respect, understanding, and acceptance. And that brings today's episode to a close. 1 question, 2 references, and 3 actions for you. I hope you have enjoyed today's insights, and if you have, then I would love you to subscribe and share this channel so that you too can help spread messages of health that matter. Which now leaves me, as always, to simply wish you a happy, healthy day.
Thanks for joining us on the Lifestyle First podcast, making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And we'd love it if you'd be kind enough to leave a review. To learn more or to arrange a consultation, please visit www.dralkapatel.com. See you next time.